Gandolfini has always had unwavering support from his friends and family.
The very first movie that he ever did was that movie Angie. I remember going to the movie theater, we're sitting down and his name comes up on the screen, in these gigantic letters, and we're all sitting there, oh my God, that's my brother, that's my brother. And the people in the row behind us are, that's your brother? Yes, that's my brother. This is the first movie that he's ever been in.
We're getting married and you can't go out with me no more?
Jim was born on September 18th, 1961 to Santa and James Joseph Gandolfini, who both hailed from northern Italy. He grew up in Park Ridge, New Jersey, along with older sisters Johanna and Leta. Jim kept busy at Park Ridge High School. He played sports, acted in plays, and was voted class flirt. Following in his older sister's footsteps, Jim enrolled into Rutgers University. In my research that I've done on him and you and everything, Jim might have played Tony Soprano, but in real life he reminds me of another HBO character, Vincent Chase from Entourage.
The great thing about Jim is that he had an ever-evolving entourage. Whenever he was with people, he pulled them in. One day it could be the 4 college roommates, there was Vito and Mark and Doug and I.
You also went to school with another famous Rutgers alumni.
Mario Batali. We had known Mario back in the 80s. He worked at a place called Stuff Your Face. He was a great guy.
Soon after graduating Rutgers in 1983, Jim decided to pursue acting full-time. For years, he worked odd jobs while climbing up the Hollywood ladder. Then one day, at the age of 37, Jim received a call from a man named David Chase with the opportunity of a lifetime.
They did a pilot, and my brother gave me the tape, and my husband and I sat there and we watched it. And again, I remember this like it was yesterday. We watched the whole thing. We turned around, we looked at each other, and we said, this is really good. This is good. This could really go somewhere. And then, obviously, it went somewhere.
The role was mob boss Tony Soprano in HBO's The Sopranos.
Those who want respect, give respect.
Jim was a kind of an actor that would always look for ways to find the character, to be a part of whatever world it was in.
He used to say that to us all the time, that he had to get his mind into the mind of Tony Soprano, and that was a very dark place. It wasn't that easy, but on the plus side, it was a great adventure.
After Sopranos ended in 2007, Jim dived into a variety of roles on Broadway, in movies, and even behind the camera.
War Torn won the Robert Kennedy Award for Journalism, and he was also nominated for A Live Day Memories. He was also very proud of the work he did in a movie that's coming out now called Enough Said. And it's a different kind of character for him. It's a romantic comedy he does with Louis-Dreyfus.
Looking at the movie right so soon after he died, we knew that it would be difficult for us, but we sat there through the whole movie, and when it was over, we said this was just like having an hour-and-a-half visit with him. It's a beautiful movie. It's wonderful.
Jason, you got a kid in college now, right?
2.
I have one leaving in the fall.
Oh, I do too.
That's all I have.
Me too.
Come on, guys. Your kids are supposed to go away, right? I mean, that's healthy.
No, shut up.
Yeah, shut up.
Although Jim shied away from the spotlight, his success allowed him to do what he loved doing best, helping people in need.
He had such a big heart. Whatever he could do for somebody, he tried to do for them.
October was a breast cancer research charity started by my family in the late 90s in benefit of Columbia Presbyterian's gene therapy research department. We reached out to Jim at some point and got him involved. Was always a participant from that point on. We decided at one point we were going to change gears a little bit and sort of bridge our charity towards the pediatric cancer side of the hospital. We talked about that with Jim, and Jim thought it was a great idea. The last event, we had Jerry Seinfeld perform, Tom Papa, Fran Drescher took place, and Jim was incredibly instrumental in helping us achieve that level of talent to come perform. He's an unforgettable character, larger than life. And Big teddy bear.
One of the things that we're working on is the James Gandolfini Pay It Forward Wounded Warrior Award. It's going to be given every year in his honor, in his name, to the person that does the most in the spirit of Jim. You know, because Jim traveled and he visited with the soldiers, and there was never a time where he wasn't stopped by a soldier and didn't mention Tony Soprano, but mentioned thank you for all you did for us.
You know, to me, he just sounds like a typical Italian, New Jersey guy with just a really cool job.
That's true. He never, ever lost sight of his roots, ever.
Jim was very, very proud of his Italian-American heritage. He really embodied the love and the family and the food and the culture and all the things that, you know, being Italian-American is.
Jim was clearly, you know, a proud Italian-American, proud Jersey guy, proud Park Ridge guy, and he showed that. He always showed that.
Now, the people that I send off, that have experienced love, they're a little less scared. I mean, they're still scared, but there's a calmness to them. And I think that comes from the knowledge that somebody somewhere loved them and cared for them and will miss them.
On behalf of my family, I would like to thank the East Hanover Italian American Club for honoring my brother's life. He was the complete opposite of Tony Soprano. His family and his friends meant everything to him, and I know that he would be very pleased to be in the company of the Italian American Club, who really honored the Italian traditions and values. Thank you.
Okay, I'd like to thank you so much, everybody associated with the Italian American Club of East Hanover, Lisa Marie and John Pascarosa, you know, the police from Italy who march in the parade every year, all the people who do all the things that are behind the scenes that make this all work. Thank you so much. And I know Jim would be very humbled by this, and he would want to say thank you too for remembering him and for loving each other and keeping the Italian culture alive and just being who you are, because that's who he was. So thank you very much, and we really appreciate this.
It's my honor to be accepting this award on behalf of the Gandolfini family. Jim was a proud Italian American. I'm sure he would be very appreciative of this award, and I know his family is. Thank you.